What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the new album from the band Mass Infection, entitled For I Am Genocide. This is released on Comatose Music. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Greece, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very modern, apocalyptic, technical style of death metal. The first time I had heard of this band was their sophomoric effort entitled The Age of Recreation. Now, that album really had some devastating material on there. Vocals, songwriting, guitar riffs. It sounded absolutely incredible. It reminded me a lot of Suffocation, a little bit of Nile, Hate Eternal, and even their countrymen in Inveracity. That's the kind of influence I picked up when I listened to this band. They had some really awesome material. Even their debut sounded awesome, Atonement for Iniquity. Really incredible death metal. I mean, they're put under the brutal death metal tag, but honestly, with the kind of music that they put out and the attention to detail that they put into their music, I would say they are a league above that kind of tag. In my personal opinion, I would just call this straight up death metal, modern death metal, if you will. Now, moving forward to 2014, we have the third full length from this band. It's 9 tracks, and it clocks in at around 35 minutes in length. And honestly, this is an example of what hard work and determination can do for a band. From the music, to the visual aspects, to the vocals, to the overall lyrical themes, this is easily the best album that Mass Infection have put out yet, and really are setting a mark for what modern death metal and brutal death metal could possibly sound like. And this sounds absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you can tell that this is a band that really works hard to make sure that everything sounds right, and it definitely feels that way when it comes to the production and the mixing. It feels very clean, but not too clean or glossy to the point where it's going to be overly distractive. I think the production and mixing works very well for this album's pace, time length, and overall sound. I think it's incredible. And it really shows with the guitar work. The riffs on here are just absolutely skin-melting. I just love the intensity in the guitar riffs. It just really sounds hard-hitting. Just the tone of it, the riff work, the lead work, the solos, they are incredibly technical. Not too distractingly technical, but still, the way that everything is being played, it really just sounds amazing. I mean, songs like Praised by All the Entities, The Scourge of Living Forms, to even songs like Beholding the Throne. I mean, just some really top quality guitar work going on here. I mean, just the structuring of the riffs, the instrumentation, it really sounds awesome. The bass guitar work sounds very good too. Technical, very well heard, very well mixed. I definitely appreciate the way the bass guitar sounds on this record. It doesn't feel overbearing or distracting. It feels like a very solid bass tone for a death metal record, and I definitely hear that bass guitar vibe being used very well here for this album. Going on to the drums, I think the drums are absolutely sensational, and this drummer puts on a clinic here. I really love the way that the drums sound on this album. Just the speed, the double bass, the fills, the drum rolls, just the overall syncopation and acoustic style of the drums really works out very well here. I think going back to the first half of this album, I definitely think the drum performance really showcases itself as very hardworking and very straight up to the point. I love the way that the drums feel throughout this entire record, and definitely keeps you interested. Going back to the track, The Scourge of Living Forms, I want to say there's some really hardworking moments on that particular track that showcase how well the drum work can be done here. Just the switch from fast double bass to great blast beats to great drum fills, just a lot of variety going on with this drummer, and I really think he puts on an amazing performance here. And moving on to the vocals, I think the vocals are absolutely stellar. I just love this guy's vocal approach. Guttural, Very understandable, very well worded. I love the way he spews out his lyrics, just the way he grabs your attention. I think it's great. It definitely makes you pay attention more to what he has to say and how he delivers his words. And going to the closing moments of this album, preferably tracks like Nihilism Reigns, which is, I believe, the sole instrumental of this album, and then the closing track, which is about 6.5 minutes, called The Genocide Revealed, which, if I'm not mistaken, features John McEntee of Incantation doing guest vocals towards the second half of the track. I think that's really, really incredible that they got him to be on this album, and his performance on that particular track really, really works out well. But as far as the actual vocalist for Mass Infection is concerned, I think his vocal performance is absolutely amazing. Once again, very well articulated, very guttural, not guttural to the point where you can't make out what he says, but the way he delivers the lyrics are very, very well done here. Even for the concepts and of the lyrical content, very apocalyptic, very dark, very brooding. I really love that about the lyrical content of this album. Just goes to show you that not all brutal death metal or whatever this is can be delivered by blood, guts, and gore. There is a lot more depth to it than that, and that's what Mass Infection go for. They deliver a really, really solid performance when it comes to the lyrical aspects of this album. So overall, if you're a fan of what Mass Infection have put out in the past, you will definitely find something to love with this particular new album. I think this is their best material yet. I think this is a must for any fan of traditional death metal, technical death metal, for fans of Suffocation, Hate Eternal, if you're into Inveracity. Mass Infection is definitely the band for you to be supporting and checking out. This is a great, great album, and this is way better than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say The Scourge of Living Forms, Hierarchy of the Highest Abomination, Maelstrom of Endless Suffering, and The Genocide Revealed. So I'm going to leave you some select links to some selected tracks that are currently available on YouTube through the band's YouTube channel, so you can hear them out and decide whether you want to buy the album or not. Also, I will link you to the Comatose web store, where you can currently purchase a physical copy of this album. It is available on CD, and there are also t-shirt combination packages as well. So I'm going to show you the album again. This is for I Am Genocide by Mass Infection. This is released on Comatose Music. Definitely support this band, and I'm going to give this a very strong 9 out of 10. Really, really hard-working death metal from a great band representing the Greek brutal death metal scene, and Greek death metal scene, I should say. So, support Mass Infection. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, I'm Miho out.